What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I'm here tonight with the review for Love After Lockup Season 2, Episode 26, titled Love is a Sickness, and it is for these fools. So without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and just jump into the video. Alright, you guys, so we're going to start the episode with Lacey, John, and Shane. So we see Lacey, it picked up where last week's episode left off, where she was going to the prison to pick up Shane. But you guys remember, she's never met Shane, and she, there was another inmate that was getting out of prison the same time that Shane was getting out. So she didn't know if she could be running into the other inmate's arms, or if she would be running into Shane's. But, and she, more so than anything, the main thing that Lacey is worried about is how Shane is going to look when she sees him. I'm like, so this is a man you're meeting for the first time, but the only thing you're concerned about is how this man looks. Not if this man is an axe murderer, a serial killer, nothing. But you're concerned about this man's looks. How vain his looks. His looks. Then once you just see him, she's like, oh, he's cute. He's good looking. I'm like, okay, she's a dumb ditz. Lacey looks like a botched version of Christina Aguilera. Oh gosh, she's so annoying. I don't like her completely already. And then after she meets him, she's worried about having sex with him. I'm like, wow. You go from wondering how he looks to wanting to have sex with him. You got some very low standards, my friend, don't you? And then Shane, you talking about how Lacey is the love of his life. I'm like, I wonder how you're going to be feeling when you find out that she got a fiance that she did not tell you about. Yeah, you're going to have egg all over your face. So then we do see Lacey and Shane, they are, just driving around. And she's asking Shane what he wants to do since he's free from prison. He says it basically to him, it just don't really matter. But you know what? He's looking at her phone. He's like, oh, damn, you look good. And he's like, can I look? Let me, he's like, I want to see something in your phone. He was like, so what's your passcode? She says, oh, I think it's 3690. That wasn't it. 3698? No, that's not it. Oh, let me see my phone. Oh, it's 3678, whatever it was. I'm like, really? A phone that you use all day, every day, but you miraculously do not know your PIN to your passcode to your phone. I know the passcode to my phone all day. Like, actually, I have two phones. Like, this phone, this iPhone, what is this, a 5? I know the passcode to this one is a 4-digit code. And then I know the passcode to my iPhone, X. And it's a 6-digit PIN. Like, she just could have said, oh, no, I don't want you to go through my phone. It's like a lot of stuff in there that I don't want you to look at. And then after she does give him the PIN, I don't know how much time had passed, but her phone rings. He's like, oh, baby, your phone ringing. And she had it in her hand. And we see her, she pulls over on the side of the road. Then she gets out of the car to take the phone call because who is calling her? Her fiance, John. So, she gets on the phone with John, and John is like, I've been calling you, like, you ain't been answering the phone. She was like, oh, yeah, I didn't really see that you called me. He's like, you lying. And I'm glad somebody is catching on to her lies. Like, her lies are very obvious, and they're not anything that you can't see through. John sees through her lies. But then you got this diphthong Shane in the car talking about, she pulled over and got out of the car, but I still trust her. Are you serious? You trust her? Now, yes, her phone was on speaker in her car. All you have to do when like my car has my phone set up to my speaker in my car. And when people call me, I don't usually answer it on there. I answer it on the speaker on my phone or on the headset to my phone. That's all she had to do. But like I said, since it's her fiance, John, she does not want Shane to be privy of any of the conversations that she's having because, again, she has not told either one of them about the other. Like, she should have gotten her lies straight before she went to go get Shane from prison. Lacey is stupid. That botched Christina Aguilera, and she's not even that cute, to be honest with you. Not cute at all. Alright, so next, you guys, we got Angela and Tony. So, with Angela and Tony, we picked up where last week's episode left off, With Angela asking Tony, what does he want? Steak or a blowjob? He says, the steak. And Angela, he's talking about how very anxious he is to be in a car. He just wants to, slam his foot on the brake. I'm like, but you're in the passenger seat. Why would you? There's no brake for you to slam. But if you say so. And then, Angela asks him, so, baby, what happened? What would happen if you're late if I'm late getting you to the halfway house? Well, let me think. He just got out of prison. That's a stipulation of his release. So, if he does not make it to the halfway house, he will be a fugitive of the law, and they will exact a manhunt for his ass, and they will arrest you as an accomplice. So yeah, that's what happened, Angela. You'll end up in jail right behind him. So then, Angela is just really on her head about giving him some head. I'm like, okay. Not with that long tooth. I would say no. But he says, nah, baby, I want our first time together to be very special. My mom raised me better than that. You're not just some cheap whore. I'm like, well, she doesn't feel, she feels opposite of what your mama raised you to be. Angela wants you to pipe her down because she said it's been 5 years she's had sex, and I can see it and I can believe it because listen to her voice. Her voice sounds like she smokes like 30 cartons of fucking cigarettes a day, and then like I said, that long tooth. So he said, maybe the second day can be about them having sex. I'm like, Tony, you do not want to fuck her. Just be honest with her. You don't want to fuck that woman. Nobody would blame you for saying no to her. So then, she asked him, so like, what are we gonna do about the wedding? Like, when are we gonna start planning for it? He says, when do you want to plan for it? She says, summer. He said, summer, something like summer coming up, this summer that we're about to come into, the summer of whatever year, I think it was 2019. So, like 2019 summer, like this summer, like summer. She says yes. And they were at the dinner at this point. He almost choked on that fucking steak. And then, she was asking him, like, baby, how's your steak? He says, oh, it's like orgasmic to me. And then she goes over and she says, can I sit by you? He says, yeah. And then when she sat by me, I said, oh, Angela, please don't do what I think you're going to do. Like, please don't put a napkin over his lap and unzip his pants and then just proceed to go to town on him. I'm like, please don't do that, Angela. Like, it was enough seeing y'all kiss last week. I don't want to see, oh, God. Angela and Tony. Just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Ugh. So then we see Angela. She's trying to get Tony to the, she's taking Tony to the halfway house. And, she tells him basically not to get in trouble at the halfway house. And, she asks him, like, so when am I going to get to see you again? He says, well, I probably won't be able to tell you that until I actually check in. And then after I check in, I can let you know a little bit more. So then we see, at first it said that they were an hour away, he was an hour away from his time to be at the halfway house. So then we see 7 o'clock. So at 7 o'clock, he had to be there at 7:22. And, he had to be there at 7:20. According to the map, they would make it there at 7:22. He would be late. So he said, you see that orange charger? I want you to do what that charger doing. She says, well, I'm already hitting the 80, baby, so I can't speed go any faster because we'll get pulled over by the police. He says, I'll explain it to the police that you're trying to get me to the halfway house. Bruh, if she gets pulled over by the police, they're not going to give a fuck that you trying to get to a halfway house. What they going to do is give her a ticket and take you back to jail. I don't know why he didn't see that, but anybody with common sense could see that was going to happen. But they do eventually make it to the halfway house together on time, and then they kiss each other goodbye. Ugh, that was nasty to watch them kiss. Ugh. So disgustingly nasty. All right, so next we got the psycho that is Cheryl and her psycho, Josh. So we see Cheryl, she's talking about getting ready to go get Josh. She still wants to get married to Josh. She still looks like a lunatic. Then she decides to tell us that Josh has given him some cute nicknames. And what might those nicknames be? Oh shit. The nickname he called her, he said, was "Get out of here, you, you little turd burglar," and then "Quiet, you little turd burglar." Man, this fool really believes that him calling her a turd burglar is a pet nickname. A nickname is boo, bae, baby, babe, honey, sweetie, love, muffin, love muffin, teddy bear, teddy, kitten, snuggle bunny, rabbit, but a little turd burglar, or "Quiet, you little turd burglar." There is something seriously demented and wrong with fucking Cheryl. I don't know what it is, but that girl, her elevator doesn't ding, her knives ain't sharp. Like, it's just something seriously wrong with Cheryl. Then Cheryl proceeds to tell us that he wanted to have a baby with her at one point, and this fool gave her a bag of his sperm and told her to go insert it in herself in the restroom. Thank God she had enough sense to throw this shit away. Ew. There is something wrong. Like I said, there is something wrong with Cheryl. I don't know what the fuck it is. So, we see her and she goes to get Josh. Now, she's walking around for a few minutes. I'm like, he's coming out. And lo and behold, he did come out and she leapt right into his arms. And then, she had to change of clothes for him. And he proceeded to take his shirt off in the parking lot. And she was like, "Really? There's a guard right there." And I'm thinking the same thing, like, "Really, bruh? Really? You couldn't wait till you get in the car or get off the parking lot?" Okay. So, they both want some alone time with each other. And I'm like, cool. Who cares? Josh kind of looks like Herman Monster with that hair slicked over. Two psychos is all I gotta say. Okay, so now we got Lizzy and Daniel. So we meet Daniel's mom. Her name is Teresa. So Teresa is at Lizzie's place to pick Lizzie up so that they can go and get Daniel from prison the next day. Well, Lizzie is not there. And, Teresa calls her like, "Where are you?" She says, "I'm on my way." So when she does get there, she explains to Teresa the reason why she was late. She says, "Class went a little bit late, so that's why I'm late." No problem, no fault there. I'm pretty sure Teresa would fault her. Um, so then as they're getting ready to head out, Teresa's asking her, she's like, "So, I've been to visit him in the last 3 years that he's been in prison, but but you've never been to visit him. Why is that?" So Lizzie says the reason why she's never been to visit Daniel is because when Daniel was in prison, the whole time he's been in prison, she's in school. She works part-time. So she couldn't miss work and she couldn't miss school. So she and Daniel had made an agreement with that, and he was okay with it. Well, Teresa tells it he wasn't okay with it. But I mean, if the girl's in school and she's trying to work to take care of herself, you can't fault her for either one of those things. But I think Teresa has like cut the umbilical cord with Daniel because she is just attached to him like ugly on an ape. Because like I said, she's just really deep in their relationship. So then, they're in the hotel room and they're talking. And, she's asked her, Teresa asked Lizzie, has she been completely and 100% honest with Daniel? She says yes. But in her interview with the production, she tells production that she has a secret that she hasn't told Daniel. I'm like, oh shit. What is she hiding from Daniel? But yeah, like I said, basically Teresa is just deep into this relationship for no fucking reason. I get that he's gonna be paroled to you. I get that you don't want him to get in any kind of trouble, but the relationship has nothing to do with you. Him not getting into any kind of trouble. Oh shit. Yeah, him getting in trouble. That yeah. You keep an eye on that. So then we see Lizzy and Teresa. They head to the prison to get Daniel. Now Daniel is worried about how Lizzy will, look at him because he has all the tattoos. He got the tattoos right on his arm and forearm. He got a tattoo umbrella right here. He got the tattoos on his eyelid. He got a tattoo right here. He got tattoos on his stomach and chest. So he's worried about how she'll look at him. And they did show a little. They did show him, talking about his tattoos. He has a needle on his forearm. On his knuckles, he got something on his knuckles. I forgot what it was. Then on his thumbs, that's what bothered the shit out of me. It was a stick. It was two stick figures, and it's kind of how he perceives love. So there's a male stick figure right here, and there's a woman stick figure over here. The woman, she is blowing her brains out, and the man is stabbing himself in the head. I'm like, okay. Interesting view of love. Be it a relationship or his relationship with drugs. Very, very interesting. So, like I said, Daniel was worried about how Lizzy would perceive him. Well, Lizzy was also worried about how Daniel would look at her because she's gained some weight. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, like, y'all are too young. Y'all are both superficial as fuck. Because once you get older, no one's going to look at that and think about that shit. But I have to remember, Daniel is 24, and I forget how old Lizzy is, but that's it for those two. And we're going to move on to the weirdest couple besides Cheryl and Josh. And lastly, we got Vincent and Amber. So, Vincent and Amber are staying at the Airbnb for the night. My thing with Vincent is, Vincent, you have not realized that she is a lesbian? Seriously, she's not. I feel like when it comes down to Amber, Amber wants to be with Puppy more than she wants to be with Vincent. Just my opinion. That's what I think. I could be wrong. I doubt I'm wrong, but I could be on the offside. I could be wrong. But so they go to the trunk. He had were those lilies or were those daisies? Whichever ones he was. She was like, why can we never give them to me? Again, he's a weird, like he is really, really weird. Like when he talks, there's like literally no expression in his eyes. It's almost serial killer like eyes. Just blank, no expression. And Amber was letting us know that when she, the type of guys that she typically would go for are bad boys. And Vincent, he's not a bad boy, he's a military guy. And then Vincent tells us he hasn't had a serious relationship. And I'm like, no one's shocked by that one. So then we see Amber, she calls her sister Erin. She shows Erin who Vincent is. She's like, oh, you're not at all what I was expecting. He said, is that good or bad? She says, this is a good thing. Are you sure? So then, he was trying to cook for her on the grill. So, he goes into the kitchen to get the food. And we're going to get into that in just a second about the food. So, she's telling her sister, this is really awkward. She said, is it awkward? How? Is it weird? She says, yes, it's very weird. Bitch, I would be, if it weren't for those camera crews, I would be literally worried about Amber. Because I would be worried if Vincent would kill her in her sleep. Because he is just, he's Alfred Hitchcock psycho weird. Like, something is off with Homeboy. For real, for real. So, Homeboy comes out there with them steaks to put on the grill. She's like, did you season that? He says, no. She says, you need to season that shit. I'm glad somebody knows about seasoning. Because what the fuck? I'm not gonna sit here and eat an unseasoned steak. The hell? And it does seem like Amber's having second thoughts about Vincent. I'm like, girl, you should run for the hills. Once he goes back wherever he's going, block his number. Don't ever call him again. Change your number Oh shit, but you are paroled to that house. Grr. I don't know how long you paroled to that house, but damn. Oh, yeah. Change the locks, do whatever you gotta do. Cause homeboy, he just doesn't seem all the way there. But you guys, that was Love After Lockup. Be sure to like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and also you guys hit that bell notification button. And I will see you guys later.